What's up, guys? I'm Combat Craig, and we're talking about, can the VA take away your guns because you have mental health conditions? This video is sponsored by Hill and Ponton. If you need a disability lawyer, check them out at hillandponton.com. And you have problems with your VA claim. You need solutions. I believe I can help you in my boot camp, so check out my boot camp at combatcraig.com. So guns and mental health conditions. It's confusing for sure. I know a lot of you guys are confused. So I'm going to try to break it down based on what I know and what I've personally experienced. The first thing I know is a lot of you guys that are watching me right now and hearing my voice, you guys got mental health problems and you're concerned about getting your guns taken away if you seek treatment of any kind, much less file a mental health claim. I totally understand that concept, but what happens, and I don't want to get all Tony Robbins on you, I did this for about 20 years. I didn't actually know I had mental health problems, so I was a little bit different, but still the approach was the same. Lots of booze, lots of drugs. If I'm fucked up all the time, I'm numb, right? So that doesn't last, and ultimately that wears off. And then we take the next step, and that's why we lose 22 veterans a day, because we try to just deal with all this shit on our own. So if for nothing else, I would get some kind of treatment so you know what you're dealing with. That helped me a lot, knowing that I actually had problems, what problems I had. I'm not saying that, everything's helped, but some things have. We're going to go over the Firearms transaction form, where it talks about 2 mental health conditions that I'm aware of that'll definitely put your gun ownership at risk. So stay tuned. Don't change that channel. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing you or myself. I could just tell you that after I started seeking mental health treatment, it was a psychiatrist actually that started it. The meds helped me. So the treatment stuff, not so much, especially the VA treatment stuff, but the meds help me. They help me with my panic attacks. They just help mellow me out, to be honest with you. And then more importantly, the fact that I understand what I'm dealing with, that helps me on a daily basis as I go out and make decisions. So one of them, and let me know in the comments, do you guys do that Walmart pickup stuff and or the Walmart delivery? So I have road rage and I don't like people, and I definitely want to avoid the people of Walmart, right? So I go at like 6:01 a.m. or like it closes at like 11 or something. So I go like 10:45. So I avoid people on the road and, and the people Walmart in Walmart. But I've been doing this pickup thing. And as you talk to a normal psychologist, they want to reintegrate you into society. And I ain't about all that. I'm cool in the basement here with Mona Lisa in the background. But I found I understand that I have road rage problems. I understand, not like exactly why, but I know where it comes from. Mental health problems, because I have them. Let's go over those. So I have a 70% rating for combat PTSD, major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, episodic alcohol use disorder, and somatic symptom disorder. And I also have ADD or ADHD, whatever the cool kids are calling it. So I have 6 pretty heavy mental health diagnoses. So I have issues, and there's a lot of them, but road rage is one, temper tantrums, can't control my anger and stuff. So I avoid putting myself into situations where these things can, come up. It's not like you can't drive anywhere all the time, but I do a pretty good job at selective driving, drive to the place I need to go, handle business as quickly as possible, get on the road when nobody's on the road. But, I sit here in the basement all day long. That doesn't work for everybody. A lot of you guys have to drive. So understanding the way I am and what I do has helped me understand a way to, do something else with the road rage stuff. like I said, I'm thinking about just doing full delivery. So I'll just get all my groceries delivered to me. And then I don't have to deal with the road rage or the people at Walmart. So that checks one thing off the box. Now, arguably, that gets me more secluded, but right now I'm totally fine with secluded. I have you guys to talk to. This is an outlet. I've said this many times. If you haven't heard me say this YouTube channel is therapeutic for me. I get to talk about my problems because I know I'm not the only one out there with these problems. A lot of you guys have like these exact same problems. So let's hop into the firearms transaction form. We'll talk about a couple different scenarios when you're definitely going to get your guns taken away, and then that kind of middle line. But the big takeaway here is if you're getting like a 0 to 70% mental health rating, it's a good way to move the needle on your claim. It's good to get treatment. And I'm not saying going to these intense therapy sessions and stuff. I was like, yeah, no thanks. I'm not doing those. But having a better understanding about what you're dealing with will help you make better decisions for sure. The firearms transaction record. I've filled this out a few times. You guys might be familiar with it. I'll say that every state is different, the way they handle this kind of stuff. This is the federal version. I'll leave a link to it in the description. So there's a lot of stuff on here. You know, are you a felon? Have you been referred to a general court martial? Have you ever been convicted in court of a felony, which the judge imprisoned you for more than 1 year? Are you a fugitive? Great movie, huh? The Fugitive. Are you an unlawful user of or addicted to blah, 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 blah? Kind of funny. I'm prescribed a lot of these things, and that's totally legal. And then they put I talk about marijuana a lot. This is why. This is one of the main reasons why, because they put it on forms like this. Marijuana is not legal federally yet. Have no clue why, but that's not what this video is about. So here's one of them. Have you ever been adjudicated as a mental defective, or have you ever been committed to a mental institution? So mental defective, that would be, or my interpretation of that would be if you're found to be incompetent. So a lot of guys get ratings and the incompetent box is checked. If that happened to you, and you could share anything about that in the comments, let us know. So that's one situation. That covers the mental defective part if you've been found to be incompetent. And then the other ones, have you been committed to a mental institution? So I grew up in California. This was called 5150. It's a 72-hour hold. And then they can extend it. And I think you need to see a judge. And they could do a 2-week hold or longer. And I believe it transfers into a 5250, but every state has their own code, but every state has some version of that. So these are the two situations where your gun ownership can be at risk. And this is it. So just having a 70% rating for combat PTSD, I don't fall into the, incompetent or mental defective category. And then I have never been committed. So, and I don't do illegal shit, and I follow the other rules, and, I'm not a felon or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm good to go. I know a lot of people that are cops with 70% mental health ratings, and they've been working with them. So, do your own research in your own state. You got to get right with this either way. But the point here is the VA is not going to take your guns away just because you're diagnosed with a mental health condition. That's what I want you to walk away with here today. That's my take here on the can the VA take away my guns situation. It comes down to laws, and we have rights, due process rights. And there are a couple situations that I just mentioned where, you just don't qualify and your rights are gone. So in those situations, I would say you're at risk of losing your guns, period. Do not let that stop you from seeking treatment, because I don't want to see you become one of the 22 veterans that commit suicide every day. And, you know, people want you. I want you. Your family wants you. There's more to life. You can figure out a way like me to have something where you're somewhat happy-ish. So check out my boot camp if you want to learn more about the VA claims process, need solutions to your VA claims problems, and check out the sponsor of today's video, incompetent. If you're at a point where you need to appeal your claim, or maybe you need to do a TDIU claim, incompetent.com. I'll see you in the next video.